Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. And quite a few rumours flying around today. First one we're going to start off with is Adrien Rabiot. Now, we've been hearing a lot about this over the past, since the January transfer window opened. And this one appears to be hotting up. Whether it is genuinely or not, we're going to have to wait and see. What we do know is that Arsene Wenger is an admirer of the player. He does like him. They were looking at him in the summer when he was very interested in moving then. And in the end, Arsenal ended up not buying an outfield player. Apparently, Arsenal looking at him again. He's only 20 years of age, plays for Paris Saint-Germain. A guy that is considered in France to have a bright, bright future. Will cost about £15 million, so that's not bad a price for a player that's only 20 years of age and is a rising prospect over there in France. But are Arsenal going to get another sort of box-to-box midfielder? Because he is sort of a midfielder in the mould of, say, Aaron Ramsey. We also have Jack Wilshere, who's sort of box-to-box midfielder. And one of his complaints at Paris Saint-Germain is that he's not getting regular game time. Now, will he get regular game time when you think about all the midfielders that we have? Or is it that Arsene Wenger could be looking to the future and saying to himself, well, listen, come the summer, we won't have Matthew Flamini, we won't have Mikel Arteta. Those two are definitely going to be gone. We probably won't have Thomas Rosicky either. So that'll be three midfielders that will be gone. So Rabiot could fit. And the rumours that we've been hearing is that his mum, who is his agent, I love that, his mum is his agent, what could go wrong, right, has apparently been in London, has been in talks with Arsenal over a deal for £15 million from Paris Saint-Germain. So we're going to have to watch this one very carefully to see if it does actually go down. But there, you know, it's not going away, this one. There's still talks that could happen, Adrien Rabiot to Arsenal. The one that we know definitely is going to happen, well, I think it's going to happen, because every day I come here and I say, right, El Nene, when's it going to happen? It still hasn't happened. Arsene Wenger said a couple of days ago, hopefully done within the next 24 hours or so. So it could possibly get done today, Monday or Tuesday. I envisage this deal getting done before the game against Liverpool. Could possibly be today, because you know what Arsenal like. He's probably done a medical, he's probably done all these pictures, everything like that, and they're just waiting for the right time to release it. And it would be a bit of a sort of boost to the team, be a boost to the fans, everybody, even though it's not a mega name, to sort of see that announced before the Liverpool game. So I envisage that we are going to see that one get announced very soon. Couple of deals that I think we can safely say are not going to happen is number one, Isco. This was one of the deals that I would have loved to have seen get done, and there was a possibility of Isco. Well, Isco was available a couple of weeks ago. He was very, very unhappy in that Real Madrid setup, mainly with Rafa Benitez, who always seems to go into clubs and pee off players. Well, he had done that with Isco. Isco was desperate to leave. Now that Zinedine Zidane's come in, Zidane's apparently sat down with him, had a chat with him. He really is a player in Zidane's mould with all the skills and that. And he is no longer looking for a move, so he's going to be staying. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, we're being told that Arsene Wenger's given up on trying to sign Aubameyang. Aubameyang, of course, came out last week and said that he doesn't want to leave Borussia Dortmund. His coach, Thomas Tuchel's come out and also said, listen, this guy is a very, very important part of our plans. And as a matter of fact, he's still not even the completed article. We still got ways to go on him, but he's not going to be leaving to go anywhere. So the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang one, we know, I think we knew this from last week, but it's been confirmed. That's definitely going to be happening. We've been told that Arsene Wenger's given up hope on signing him. Another one that still won't go away is this one about Granit Xhaka. Now, Xhaka still been linked with Arsenal. I told you about it yesterday. What just made me laugh is when I saw that price tag of 37 million. I'm like, come on. Arsene Wenger going to pay that? Any club going to pay that for a defensive midfielder? I mean, he's a decent player. He's very good, up-and-coming player. But no way are Arsenal going to pay that sort of fee for him. But it's still there today. People still talking about this Granit Xhaka thing, still saying that Arsenal are interested in him. I can't see it. I really, really can't see it. The next one is the most amazing one so far, or one of the most amazing ones I've heard so far this transfer window. That Arsenal are interested in signing Jackson Martinez, or they're showing an interest. Now, Jackson Martinez, who I must admit, I was saying Arsenal should have went out and got in the summer. Well, it looks that so far Arsene Wenger's got it spot on, because he's really struggled at Atletico Madrid. Of course, he signed for Atletico Madrid, and he's really, really struggled, Jackson Martinez. He's only scored 2 goals in 9 appearances so far this season in La Liga. He cost Atletico Madrid, remember, £26.3 million. And as I said, I mean, there was loads of people calling for Arsenal to sign him, me included. I said that I thought it'd be a good signing. Well, it hasn't turned out that way. And apparently, Atletico would be willing to sell him in January, which would be weird because they only just bought him in the summer. Chelsea are interested, Arsenal interested, apparently, if you go by some of these stories. I find it highly unlikely that even if Arsenal were interested, and it would cost a lot of money because Atletico would want to get their money back that they spent on him. But I don't think Atletico would sell him right now. I mean, it'd be a massive, massive failure if they did. And I don't think Arsene Wenger, having passed on other players of the same sort of age, of that 29 years of age going into 30, I don't think Arsene Wenger would take a gamble on him, especially as he's gone there and it hasn't worked out for him. And in a similar mode to that, we've been told that there was this player, Nolito, plays for Celta Vigo, 29 years of age as well. He was being offered to Arsenal for £13.5 million, and Arsene Wenger passed on him as well already in the January transfer window, and he's been banging in the goals for fun in La Liga. He was also linked with Barcelona, or was it just his agent trying to get him a better deal at Celta Vigo? You know, that happens as well. But apparently he was offered to Arsenal, and Arsenal said, no thanks, we don't want Nolito either. So starting to look like Arsenal content with the strikers that they've got at the moment. And I don't think that Jackson Martinez, at the age of 29, having gone to Spain and flopped at the moment, is a sort of player that Arsenal are really looking at. Matthew Debuchy, now he's got clubs queuing up for his signature. We're being told now that Bayer Leverkusen are desperate to sign him as well. Aston Villa, of course, interested. Roma interested. We could hear something on that one as well over the next couple of days. It looks that he's going to be finally on the move. And finally, listen, I'm going to talk about a player who used to play for Arsenal. That's Benik Afobe back in his Arsenal days. Benik has signed for Bournemouth. And I would say congratulations to Benik, because he was at Arsenal, did okay, you know, I mean, he was up and coming, but just couldn't burst into the team. Went on loan to MK Dons, scored loads and loads of goals. I remember that famous, was the hat-trick he scored against Manchester United in the League Cup. Got a good move to Wolverhampton Wanderers, did really, really well there, and now he's back in the Premier League with Bournemouth. Hats off to Benik Afobe. I mean, I know I wish it could have been that it could have worked out for him at Arsenal, but I'm just really glad that a player of his caliber has managed to get back in the Premier League. So well done to him. Let's just do a couple of your comments before we go. I asked yesterday about Aaron Ramsey. Of course, there's this link that keeps coming up all the time of him being offered to Barcelona. Dante's Inferno said Ramsey is an idiot if he leaves. He'll only be on the Barcelona bench and he'll ruin his career. And we've seen that happen to quite a few players that have gone to Barcelona. Luca Quata, I haven't heard for Luca from quite a while. He said Ramsey's a good man if he goes, when Wenger won't use the money to buy a perfect replacement if he did go either. So he should stay put. Antonio's saying that he thinks we're only going to sign El Nene, right? So he says, you know, he doesn't think that we're going to do anything else. And Stephen Phillips seems to think there's some sort of conspiracy theory to this. He goes, listen, he goes, Barcelona, typical Barcelona, just over a month before we play them, and they're trying to come up with these rumours. I just hope that it isn't true. So a lot of you are not too pleased about these Barcelona links. And you know what? There could be something in what he's saying there. It would be typical Barcelona to just try and do something like that to kind of destabilise us up a bit before we play them. I don't know. I think it's more something that's been created by the newspapers. They had it in the summer. They've come back with it again. Arsene Wenger's not going to sell Aaron Ramsey. Don't get me, you know, people, you're going to start hearing it soon, probably Rabiot to replace him, and he's not going anywhere. All right, so those are your rumours today. Don't forget to leave me your comments on what you are thinking as we go into this new week that we need, because Wenger's passed on a few players. What about Jackson Martinez? Worth going to get him, or was Wenger right when he, you know, Wenger passed on him? He said, listen, I've got Olivier Giroud, I've got Theo Walcott. At the moment, they're doing a hell of a lot better than what Jackson Martinez was doing. Proving me wrong, because I thought Martinez would be good. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe here to Arsenal Fan TV. Thank you very much.